What's up, y'all? This your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. Before we get on with some wrestling talk, this episode is brought to you by Layback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, multiple languages, okay? Y'all give it a shot because it's like a network and an app all together, and stop paying for like 50,000 fucking streaming services. Add them all up. Add them all up. Guarantee you're paying more than fucking 50, okay? Because all the money's going up. All these ads are charging you more when you could just have one, okay? You can have it at home and you can have it on your phone, okay? Because it's compatible on all iPhones, Androids, and Fire Sticks. Fire Sticks means you can use it on your TVs, your flat screens at home, okay? Check them out on Apple Store and Play Store, okay? Layback TV, LAYBACK.com. Check it out, okay? Give them some love. You know, it's only $25 a month. Every HBO, y'all can do that. You can get HBO with this instead of getting Maxi, if you know what I mean. Okay? Check them out and show them some love on Instagram on official_layback TV, alright? Now, let's get into some fucking wrestling talk. Whoa! So, I got done watching AEW All In. I gotta say, yo, it's like they be saving these type of cards for the stadium shows for All In. You know what I mean? Because I was like, is this going to be better than last year or year before? Yo, this was fucking crazy ass event. Some great matches. So the Casino Gauntlet matches are now over. On the women's side, I was picking Chris Statlander. That sucks. She didn't pull it off, but they gave it to Ring of Honor Women's Champion Agatha. Okay. Sure to get one world title. Let's see if she can pull it off with the next one. I don't see what kind of story you can make when it comes down to her in the Women's World Championship, but we'll see. On the men's side, my pick one, baby. MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman. My favorite in AEW. He's killing it. Holy shit. Shout out to MJF. He gets a world title shot anytime he wants now. Love it. And that brings us to his affiliates, the Hurt Syndicate. They were defending the AEW World Tag Team Championship in a three-way match. Them versus, Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, taking on Jet Speed and the Patriarchy, Christian Cage and Nick Wayne. Whoa, I picked Christian Cage and Nick Wayne. I don't know, probably because they were going to do the injury and everything. Turns out Lashley's left knee wasn't that bad at all, even though they gave it like fucking 3-4 chair shots. But it was a great match. It was, holy shit, yo, the Hurt Syndicate were really fucking hurting people. And what happened? FTR were there at ringside and they fucked them up. They fucked it up for everyone. And look what happened. They cost Christian Cage and Nick Wayne the match. Hurt Syndicate retained the AEW World Tag Team Championship. That's 2-0. 2-0 for the Hurt Syndicate. Incredible night. Still tag champs. MJF, the Gauntlet, Casino Gauntlet winner. It's a good night to celebrate for the Hurt Syndicate. But that wasn't over. Nick Wayne gave Impaler, Prettier, to Christian Cage. Out of nowhere. Turned on him. Kid Sabian, Mama Wayne, they all turned on Christian with FTR. And out of nowhere, who shows up? The returning Adam Copeland, Rated R Superstar, helped out Christian Cage. Interesting. I think on our last episode I mentioned, him possibly returning. Rumors were swirling that maybe they were going to do this tag team run officially. I mean, they're getting older, so they can't do this forever. Cope already did his world title, challenges and everything against Jon Moxley. He became a 2-time TNT champion. I think he's getting close to the end of the career, so this is the time. He helped out Christian Cage and looked at him and said, we all thought he was going to say, go fuck yourself, but he said, go find yourself. This is going to be interesting storytelling. It teased you. They teased you. They're great at what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the version of Christian Cage I love. You know what I mean? That he got better in time. Cope, this is just another way of, him getting better as well. So let's see. I think they're going to handle their business with Nick Wayne and them, with FTR definitely. And eventually we're going to see Hurt Syndicate versus Cope and Christian Cage, maybe. But shout out to them. Now, here came a little twist, right? It was supposed to be Adam Cole defending the TNT title against Kyle Fletcher. Adam Cole comes out and he states that he is not medically cleared. He has a health issue. He cried there with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, and he said he's gonna be gone for a while. I swear, like, Adam Cole has just been going through it, bro. Like, when he first came to AEW, he blew the roof off because he came at the same time as Bryan Danielson, and this was supposed to be the shine. But I guess his body is basically saying, yo, Merle, we're at our ending, like the end of our road. He's just getting hurt and not having longevity. He finally wins a singles title and he had to forfeit it. He was going to perform at a fucking stadium. Because he main evented 2 years ago. He main evented 2 years ago with MJF. And now look what happened, bro. He spent more time on the sidelines than ever, yo. Shout out to Adam Cole. Hope he gets better, bro. So they vacated the title and they turned it into a 4-way match for the new champion. Right? So it was Kyle Fletcher, Daniel Garcia, former champion, Sammy Guevara, former 3-time TNT champion, and Dustin Rhodes. Now, mind you, Dustin and Sammy are Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. And look what happened. Dustin Rhodes won the match. What? Dustin Rhodes is the new TNT champion. This is his first singles title since 1999 when he was the Intercontinental Champion as Goldust. That's crazy. He finally got a singles title. I was wondering when he was going to get one. I mean, he's been with AEW since day one. Cody left, he stayed. And recently, Dustin signed a 6-year deal with AEW, an extension. I hope Dustin gets some equity in the company. He shows some real loyalty. I don't even understand why, they don't make him like an EVP on his way out. That spot Cody had. You know what I mean? That would be dope. But he's the TNT champion. Now look at this. He doesn't just have that. Dustin Rhodes has the Ring of Honor 6-man world titles. He has the Ring of Honor tag team titles. And he has a TNT title. This motherfucker got 3 belts as we speak. That's crazy. 3 belts. And he wrestled 3 matches in 48 hours. Damn. At that age, I think Dustin is on fire, bro. Hopefully before his time is done with AEW, he gets that world title he's never gotten. You know what I'm saying? He can get it in WWE or anywhere else. AEW, I think he deserves it. He deserves a title run, at least. Rather if it's 3-6 months or whatever, he deserves a world title. You know what I'm saying? This guy's on fire. So shout out Dustin Rhodes, new TNT champion. Then the tag team match, Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland versus the Young Bucks. Now, mind you, if Young Bucks win, Strickland and Ospreay can't get a world title shot for 1 year each. But if they pull off the win, Young Bucks are no longer EVPs. I don't know if this means Strickland and Ospreay are EVPs, but Young Bucks won't be. And they gave a 5-star tag team fucking match. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Young Bucks. Shout out to Swerve Strickland, whose house? And shout out to Will Ospreay. Yo, ever since Will Ospreay's been in the fucking AEW, he's been giving nothing but 5-star matches, yo. So shout out to them. That was a great fucking match for a tag team match of all things. We had Timeless Tony Storm defending the AEW Women's World Championship against Mercedes Moné, who's the TBS champion. I had Moné, but apparently this was probably the best match I ever seen Mercedes Moné in. Everything else was just lackluster fucking matches, you know, and she's a great competitor. She was great. She was giving great matches in WWE. And I just didn't see it, you know, back when, you know, when she got into AEW, when she was at New Japan Pro Wrestling, nothing. This is the first match that I consider maybe possibly 5-star match with Timeless Tony Storm. She just needed that right dance partner. Even though I thought last year, All In, she was defending the TBS championship against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. I thought she was gonna get it. You know what I mean? Like, that was supposed to be the match. You know, two great competitors. One is who was a pillar of AEW and, you know, former world champion. You know, great on the mic. You know, I thought this was supposed to be it, and it wasn't. This year, she got it. She found it. But she didn't pull off the win. It was Timeless Tony Storm who retained the title. I think they got something here. I think they were great, doing great storytelling. I don't think Mercedes should, like, I don't think she deserves to get in the back of the line. This is her first loss in AEW. I think she deserves to, you know, get close to coming back. You know what I'm saying? I think, in my opinion, I think Mercedes Moné, you know, she has 6 belts. 6 belts, and one of them is the TBS championship that she's held for over a year. You know what I'm saying? And this is her first match she's ever lost in AEW. She's been winning for nearly a year and a half. All matches she was winning. She hasn't lost one except tonight. So I think they're gonna run this back. I just don't know when. I think this is important, you know, because they did great storytelling. I think they led to a great match. So shout out to Timeless Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné. Great job, guys. We had Okada versus Kenny Omega, Continental Champion versus International Champion for the started a unified title. When I'm watching Okada versus Omega, you know, I think this is their 4th time in the ring. I think their last matches were better. I don't think it was up to par like the other matches, but then you got to think about this. They're a little older now. Their body is a little beat up. Also, Kenny Omega suffered from I can't even say the word anymore. Diverticulitis, where they took off 2 inches of his intestines. You know what I'm saying? Diverticulitis. You know what the word is, okay? Look it up. It's a fucking huge word. I think it's got like 22 letters in it. Diverticulitis. Diverticulitis. I think that's the word. Yeah. Brock Lesnar went through it. You know, Kenny Omega did it. You know, yo, that really fucks with your health. And he coming back to Elite Wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Gotta shout out Kenny Omega on that. But he didn't pull off the win. So Okada is the new unified champion. Great match. Hopefully nobody got injured. But, you know, I don't think it was up to par than the last ones. But then it was the main event. Jon Moxley defending the AEW World Championship against Hangman Adam Page in a Texas Death Match. Yo, everybody was here. Young Bucks was here. The Death Riders, you know, were here. You know, Yuta Wheeler. Goddamn, some of these guys got some weird fucking names most of the time. Claudio Castagnoli. Young Bucks arrived. Will Ospreay kind of arrived and ended up through a damn chair. Hopefully he's okay. Who else was there? Oh, out of fucking nowhere, Bryan Danielson showed up. That's the only way it was going to happen. You know, they had spikes, they had motherfucking chairs, they had tables with barbed wire. This was a fucking fire match. I think with this kind of match, you need the right dance partner. And I think Hangman Moxley, those were great dance partners. Listen to each other. It was great. They delivered a great fucking match. Bryan Danielson helped. Darby Allin returned from the rafters. Yeah. Hangman Adam Page wrapped the chain around John Moxley's neck and fucking held him up from the rope like he did. Kind of like how he was doing Swerve Strickland and how Swerve was doing him. Yeah. Made Moxley tap out. Holy shit. We got a new and two-time AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page. I think this was a better win than when he first won the title against Kenny Omega. I think this will be a better run, more exciting. Definitely a fucking bullseye on your back because you got a lot of people who are back for that world shot. You got Swerve in there. You got Will Ospreay in there. You got Darby Allin in there. You got a lot of motherfuckers gunning for you. He hasn't held the title since Double or Nothing when he dropped the title to CM Punk years ago. This is different. This is a different, type of fucking championship run. You got more challenging opponents and people who want to see you drop that belt. So shout out to Hangman Adam Page. Great match. Shout out Jon Moxley. Hopefully he's good. He was damn near bloody. Hopefully everybody's not too hurt. Samoa Joe was defending the World Trios Championship earlier tonight. He was stretchered out. Hopefully he's good. Yeah. Hopefully everybody made it home. Texas was a great crowd. Holy shit, Texas was a great crowd. Got a shout out to Texas at the Globe Life, what was it? Globe Life Park, I believe. Oh, Globe Life Field, my bad. Globe Life Field at AEW All In Texas. Yeah, it was a great pay-per-view. I thought it was a great pay-per-view. Lots of 5-star matches. If I gotta say top 3 matches of the night, definitely Moxley and Hangman. I would say Strickland, Ospreay, and the Young Bucks. And if I had to pick one more match, I would give it the 3-way AEW World Tag Title match. Jet Speed, the Patriarchy, and the Hurt Syndicate. Those were my top 3 matches of the night. But that's all we got for Wrestling Talk in AEW All In Texas. All right, I'm your boy Eddie Jax. This is the Drop That Podcast. Yo, subscribe to the page. You know what I'm saying? Like the page. You know what I mean? You already know. I'm going to give you the fucking tune. I'm going to say what the fuck I'm going to say. Rather if you like the opinions or not. You know what I mean? Or we can just comment and go back and forth. Whatever you like. Okay? Y'all be good, all right? Be safe. Peace.